Welcome guys. So I've got a short video for you today. This is on an Excel tip or piece of advice that I've been using and I found to be really useful, especially when you're dealing with string values and you're joining and doing VLOOKUPs, comparing one set of data to another set of data. So in this example here, we've got two tables. We've got a table one, which essentially is a list of customer names, their city, and their package. Could be a subscription, could be whatever you want it to be, but think of it as a package or a subscription package for now. And then in another table, we also have a list of customer names, we have a city, and we have their package. And essentially want to know if this list of customers exists anywhere in this list of customers right here. So if any customers in table 2 exist anywhere in table 1, then I want a yes or a no in this column right here. Now the challenge comes in that these customers, although we have their customer names, it's not sufficient enough to simply join on name, and I'll tell you why. So if we do a VLOOKUP simply on name, so I'm looking for Maxwell's against this list here, and then if I return say just the first value for now, and we anchor our formula, you can see we found Maxwell's. As we drag the formula down, we've also found Alice Jones, we found John Smith, and we've also found Lucas Harrison. So we found 4 out of 8 values. So we found half of all values in the original table. However, this is incorrect, and I'll tell you why. Firstly, John Smith right here, although we found John Smith, this is not the same John Smith that we have right here. In fact, the John Smith that we have right here it resides in Inverness, but the John Smith that we've got in our first table is actually in Edinburgh. So this is incorrect, and in fact, it should be an NA. So we can delete that one. If we look at Lucas Harrison, we can see we've got a like-for-like match. Lucas Harrison isn't indeed in Leeds and has a silver package. If we look at Maxwell's, we also see we've got a match on name. However, when you carefully look at his city, you can see the city here is Manchester, whereas we've got Glasgow. So again, this is also incorrect. And then finally, we've got Alice Jones. If you look at Alice Jones, you can see she's in Manchester and she has a silver package, which is correct. So of the 8 matches if we look at the data if we look at the data more carefully, you can actually see that we've only matched 2 out of 8 and not the 4 out of 8 that we originally had. Now the challenge comes in that you're having a match against name, city, and package, and to do that you'd have to use 3 VLOOKUPs. You'd have to VLOOKUP against the first name, city, and package, and that can get very, very messy. So the way to counter this and the way to solve for this is to use what's called a helper column or a helper key. So I should just write key here, and a helper key can really help you do one VLOOKUP to match against all three fields, all 3 columns. And even if you had 10 columns or several dozen, it wouldn't make a difference because the helper key would work against all columns. And this is how we do it. So the first, what we need to do, I'm going to create a new column right here, and I'm going to call it helper key, and we're going to make this red. And here's how our helper key is put together. So essentially we're using a concatenate formula, and we're concatenating customer name, city, and then package. And then if we wrap that up, and then what we can see here, and I'll just quickly zoom out, is we've got a string value which concatenates all 3 fields into one. And now what we can do is drag that down, and now we've got the helper key assigned for every customer in this second table. We need to do the same on the other side because that's what we're going to match and join against. And what we can do is just take the formula here, copy paste, just make sure we're looking up the correct values, and we're going to drag that down. I'm just going to make this green so for point of reference we know what we're looking at. And now what we can do and again, I'm just zoom out here a bit, is we can now do a match against the helper key across both data sets. So how it works is just, again, simple VLOOKUP. We're looking for this in amongst this list here, and I want to return just the first value, which is a name, and that confirms there's a match. And I need to anchor my range here, my table array. So we can see Maxwell's does not match, although we do have a Maxwell's here, it's not the same Maxwell's. If we drag the formula all the way down, we can correctly see we have indeed matched and identified the two original customer values that we had when we looked into the data. So guys, that in a nutshell is how a helper key works. And you can in fact use the same method or logic, if you like, in Python as well. The string, or if you like, the code that you'd use or something like this, especially if you're using pandas, each data frame, each column within your data frame would essentially build up to create you a new column, a new helper key, or a new helper column. So guys, do not, whatever you do, take the risk of joining simply on one column value, especially when you have data sets which are closely linked, but upon looking into the detail, you'll discover they aren't. What you want to do is make sure any associated data sets or closely associated data sets are thoroughly checked over, and the best way to do that and handle that is to use a helper key. Guys, I hope you like this video, and I hope to come back to you with more Excel tips and tricks. And in the meantime, I will see you very soon on a future video. Take care.